Hey everybody, this is Kara with Follow Your Arrow Tarot, and today I will be doing the February 2019 Aries monthly general tarot card reading. Before I get into the actual tarot card reading, I'll give Aries just some information regarding your sign for the month of February while meditating on your sign and obtaining information regarding your sign for the month of February. Some things to know before we get started. We will be in Mercury retrograde starting next month, March 5th through the 28th. So right now is a really good time to make decisions, make actions, get things done before we go in Mercury retrograde, because we all know how that can be a trying time for all signs. Also, for February, the full moon will be on the 19th. So today is actually the 16th. So here in the next few days, we will be having a full moon, in case you like to track that. All right, so Aries, this month, when I was meditating on your sign, it's going to be a month of action for you. I feel as though Aries is in a good place right now. You're making really good choices for your life journey. This is a real good period of time, 2019. For you, you will be transforming who you are, what you believe, what you value. It's really important to welcome the changes, no matter what they are. A lot of times we're very fearful of change. We're creatures of habit. It feels uncomfortable. But for Aries, since I feel as though you're making good choices, you're being very active right now, the changes that are occurring, just go with them because they will be good for you at this time, no matter how scary they are. You may have things that come up, I feel, more financially, possibly matters with family or the workplace, where they might seem a little bit too good to be true, or the information's just not sitting with you quite right. So if something seems radical, and you are tempted to postpone a decision, do so, okay? Do so, get yourself grounded, get all the facts before making a decision, because what I'm seeing for you as well is that although you're making good choices, when that happens and you have good energy around you, disillusion and deception is a theme, and it comes up. And not only does it challenges you and tests you, but it's that feng shui of energy. So I feel good energy for Aries. So be careful of that, especially when it comes to signing contracts, anything legal, paperwork. Make sure you read the fine print and you have more than one conversation before you make a decision. Also make a decision that's right for you and not for other people. That will also be an important theme for you. I feel as though Aries, you're really in a good intuitive energy that is really powerful. So you're really into your spiritual self. You kind of know who you are. Being a fire sign and the lead of the fire signs, you're very strong-willed and strong mind, and I think that that's really working well for you, serving you quite well right now. As the month begins with your ruling planet of Mars, it's going to be applying some pressure to your home sign and to Pluto and Capricorn in your career house. So like I said, places of business, workforce, anything legal, documents, if you're purchasing anything right now, there's going to be a lot of stressors and pressures with that. And you just need to make sure that you're not overpowering others and that you don't let other people power you, especially in terms of making decisions on things and signing up for things that you didn't expect. Venus will also be in Sagittarius in your 9th house of higher mind. So like I said, you're really into your spirituality right now and into learning. And I think right now in your life, you're really learning meaningful lessons, especially in relationships. You're really in the crux of the lesson. if you will. To me, compared to the other signs that I've read for, there's other signs that are still pretty naive in their soul's journey, and there's others who are going through really transformation and some trying and tough times. But for Aries, I think overall your learning process and the lessons you're learning are actually pretty positive, and you're keeping a grasp and handle of those. And things are illuminating as I pull up the moon card. In your life, answers are unfolding, and you're really taking a keen interest into the signs, and you're also going through a period of time of healing as I pull up the Two of Cups, and this sign is synonymous with medicine and healing. So really good things for you and really good validation from our deck here. On the 19th of this month, there will be a full moon in Virgo in your 6th house of work, sickness, and service. So as I said, I'm trying to concentrate in the month of February on relationships and love for all signs. I am getting a real sense of it's a lot of finances and career going on. So just be really aware of that. When it comes to messages of love and life and things, there's also this really spiritual side that I'm feeling Aries is really paying attention to for the month of February. Be cognizant of messages that you're receiving, especially unconsciously. So I feel like for Aries, this will be a month full of lots of daydreaming, lots of vivid dreaming. So pay attention to your dreams, possibly write them down, look things up online for big symbols, things that really stand out in your dreams, because those could be unconscious messages. Also for Aries, I think a lot of you are probably seeing synchronicities right now, or worldly things that are matching up to your spirituality and starting to make sense, and answers falling in front of you. So make sure you're mindful of that. Definitely, if you are exploring your faith, keep doing that, because it's a really good time with all the messages coming in, with being in your 9th house of higher learning in the mind. A really good time for you to explore and ask questions of why and how. So being very mindful, that's your keyword for the month, mindfulness. Towards the end of the month, the 22nd, Venus will conjoin with Pluto's in your 12th house. So big themes for you are independence, making decisions, and learning lessons for yourself, kind of away from others too. Innovation, doing things differently, more effectively for you, in all the things that you do. So that's it for intuitive messages for you, Aries. Let's get into the tarot deck. I really want to be focusing on Aries, love, life, and relationships. But if anything else should pop up to Aries, we'll discuss that as well. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Aries for the month of February 2019? Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Aries for February 2019? All right. So you got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Again, Earth card, Pentacles, money. It's in the reverse. So Page to me are the messengers of the tarot deck. So if you, and we were just talking about you're going to be getting messages, but I think those were more spiritually inclined. This one, I'm feeling it's regarding money. So like I said, decisions are kind of at a standstill, and that could be because you're making sure you're grounded before you make radical decisions. It is one pentacle, so you may be waiting to make a decision regarding a smaller purchase, or you're waiting to hear a message regarding something small, whether it's for business, and if we're talking about relationships, it could be regarding something you've talked to with a significant other, but that message is not coming quite yet at the beginning of February. A few cards popped out. I'm going to go with them. So the next you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel as though you've been really concentrating on work or business or finances. And with it in the reverse, maybe that has stopped. Maybe you're making, maybe you're changing your business ventures you're going off of, or maybe this has to do with relationships in the sense of you've been putting a lot of your time and effort into work, so you're taking a break from that or needing to stop that for right now. Or it could be you worked really hard and you saved up some money, but with these Two of Pentacles in reverse, February could be a month that you're losing money. I know it's the beginning of tax season, so possibly, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, Aries, but you may be someone who actually has to pay taxes and quite more than you're used to. So sorry. The next card is the Hermit in reverse. And next there's the High Priestess in reverse, which is really funny because I was feeling like this is a real time for spiritual awakening and things like that. So maybe for some of you, Aries, you're not quite open to it yet. It's there. It's in the back of your head. And that's why you need those unconscious or subconscious messages, because in your waking life, you're not paying quite attention to them. The Hermit card, to me, is a sign of your path to enlightenment, but a path that you have to walk alone. But you should never fear because you do have the light leading your way. But in the reverse, possibly you're not focused on that right now. And here with the High Priestess to me is the the keeper of the spiritual knowledge, and so we need to get these two in the upright position for you, Aries. I definitely want to clarify those. You do have the Ace of Cups in the upright in the middle. So towards the middle of the month, possibly around Valentine's, Aries, you may have new love coming in. Because the Cups is in the upright, new beginnings with love. So maybe if you're a single Aries, maybe you've determined that you've put too much time and effort into work and not so much into love and life and relationships. And so maybe you're making a change in your path of focusing on what's more important to you. And you're looking possibly for love. Maybe you went on a blind date or went on a date with someone for Valentine's Day that you don't know. For those of you who are single, or for those of you who are currently in a relationship, I feel like this is more of like a renewal of vows or of love. Maybe you did go somewhere this month with your significant other and you haven't gone to do anything with them for a long time, so you rekindled that flame, that passion inside. So that's really positive for you, Aries. What other messages does Spirit have for Aries for the month of February? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So again, like I was saying, even though I really wanted this to be a reading about love and relationships, I really feel like for Aries, the majority of it is a lot of work and earth. So we've got another earth sign here, Nine of Pentacles, again in the reverse. So in the upright, it's abundance. It's almost a 10. To me, this is a card of being happily single, being in a good, nurturous environment, working hard and having money in the bank. But in the reverse, again, I feel as though money is an issue for this month, for February. You could be overspending, or there's just a lot of costs piling up, and you're seeing the coins trickle out of your bank account pretty quickly. And, we're going up in numbers. So you start with the page with just 1, and then you go to 8, and then you go to 9. So it's slowly and gradually increasing. So be very careful and mindful, like I said, with your money, being careful of the things that you're purchasing and the contracts you're signing, because maybe there's an underlying extra expenses that you're not aware of. So be very careful with that. Be very careful with that. What other messages do we have for Aries for the month of February? Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries? Love, life, and relationships. What messages do we have for Aries? All right. Strength card, Major Arcana in the reverse. So maybe this is a time that you're not feeling like the ram and not feeling very headstrong. And your confidence could be being a little shattered, whether it's maybe you are a single Aries and you had potential for a possible new love or new romance, and it's you're feeling very alone and not strong in your sense of self. But again, I feel this is more, and you got that yellow in the background, I feel it's more coins, more earthly. You're not feeling very grounded because, you know, the decisions that you're making, although you thought possibly were good ones, aren't. I feel like you could possibly be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo, and we do have that Virgo full moon in a few days. And then next you have the Nine of Cards. Or sorry, the Nine of Swords in the upright. So I feel like Aries might be towards the end of the month a little stressed out. Some of these decisions are weighing on you in the middle of the night. Let's see. What's the final outcome for Aries for the month of February? Okay, that one wanted to flip right over. I want one more. So you got the Six of Wands, which is victory. So maybe maybe you're just having a bad time this month, and then that will all change. And then the Queen of Cups in reverse. So I think, you know, this might just be a trying month for you, but you're going to come out, Aries, victorious, with a lot of people behind you supporting you. If you are single, I do believe if you tackle this not feeling very strong or confident feeling that you may have, and start letting yourself shine a little bit brightly, you do have a lot of suitors in the background who are paying attention to you, so you may have potential love interests. That's why you have the Ace of Cups with new beginnings of love and emotions and relationships. So there are people watching you. You are fancied. So if you're in doubt and you don't think you are, or if you're someone who possibly came out of a relationship and that had you feeling lonely, kept you up at night, not making you feel strong enough to move on or to date again, towards the end of the month going into March, you'll start getting your strength back to that. However, with the Queen of Cups in reversed, you know, the Queen of Cups, to me, cups is, you know, water. So you could be thinking about a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Possible Cancer, I'm feeling. And in the upright, you know, the Queen of Cups to me is someone who's very in tune with their emotions. You know, they're very inquisitive. They dig deep and they really understand, you know, love and relationships and emotions. But in the or in the reverse, kind of next to this Nine of Swords and the Strength card in reverse, there's something brewing deep down regarding emotions. And there's not a lot to me that's really feeling like love and relationships. So I feel as though maybe Aries is kind of pushing down some issue regarding love, whether you're not wanting new beginnings or you're afraid of a new beginning. And because of that, you've been focusing and putting more time and energy into other areas that really aren't working for you, because maybe you do need to put more time and energy into your relationships. Your reading is pretty interesting, I do have to say. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands. So you're looking forward. You know, you got the world in your hand. To me, this is a real positive card. It's also, to me, the Two of Wands is synonymous for me personally to the ninth house of the higher mind and learning, education and teaching. But to me, it's also you're making a decision between two things, and you're definitely leaving one thing in the behind you. If you notice with the wand, there's this like metal piece that's keeping it behind you, and it's not. It could be your doing, but I don't think it is. So maybe you had to you know, a decision that you made didn't work and you have to leave that behind you, or it's a person and you have to move forward, but you are looking forward to brighter, newer things, maybe possibility of new beginnings. Okay. All right. So like I said, the month of February, we're going to concentrate on love and relationships. So let's see if we have any clarification with the Romance Angels Oracle deck from Doreen Virtue, and see if we have any more answers for Aries. What messages does Spirit have for Aries for February 2019 in regards to love and relationships? Clarification, love and relationships. Aries, okay. Getting to know each other. You know, and it's kind of right here with the Ace of Cups to me, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So it could be you're getting to know someone new. Maybe that's what this Ace of Cups is, this new beginning with somebody. And as you start knowing each other, your bond deepens, or you're starting to like each other more. So that's really exciting. So that's really kind of giving you the green light, Aries, that if you are single and you have been fancying someone, or you've been talking to someone, this is a real good positive sign that it's something to pursue, especially also with the Six of Wands. You know, there will be victory. You have suitors. Right in the middle of the reading, it says children. Your love life is being affected by children. So this could be a reason why we have so many financial cards. Possibly you're having to spend a lot of money on your children for numerous reasons. If you're single, like a single parent, and you're working hard by yourself, that could be why, like, I mean, it feels like you have to work so hard, but you're getting nowhere because maybe you have to pay for childcare, you're paying for your kids to go to school, or possibly like this could mean child support. You know, we're talking about be careful what you sign. So maybe you're dealing with the absent parent and having to share your children and being forced to have new beginnings because, you know, you have a new relationship or an ended relationship and you're getting to know new people. Or maybe you have a new person in your life and you're dating someone new and it's affecting your children and you're having to have a talk with them, or maybe they're not happy or jealous that, you know, mom or dad's spending time with a new person. So and maybe that's what's keeping you up late at night, is you're asking yourself, am I doing the right thing? I don't think I'm strong enough to handle moving on and possibly hurting my children, and am I making the right decision? But you do want to go, and your heart's really conflicted, like your emotions are conflicted. So that could be it, Aries. Let's get one more for Aries for February. Aries, love and relationships for Aries. Okay. Separation, yeah. I was definitely kind of feeling that. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So if you haven't separated from your partner, it probably has already happened. That's probably why children are being affected and you're getting to know other people possibly. So now this kind of makes sense more for the reading with all the financial things, because when you do separate from someone, especially in a marriage, and you're going through a divorce and children are affected, definitely a lot of money that you had together is definitely leaving quickly and being divided. And yes. Sorry, any Aries who are going through that. But let's look at our Work Your Light Oracle cards to get some final messages on ways Aries can deal with this time, and just some overall messages of how to lead yourself to higher vibrations and positivity during this time. So I hope that this resonates with some of you, Aries, but this is a general reading, and I do feel like this reading is pretty specific. So I'm kind of getting the feeling like this is not going to be for every Aries watching, probably just a select few of you. So I do apologize. All right. What are some final messages for Aries in the month of February 2019? Final messages for Aries in the month of February. Aries, love, life, and relationships. Final messages. Priestess. That's funny. And you have the High Priestess in reverse. How are you being called to step up and to lead? That's so funny. So you have a Priestess in reverse and a Priestess in the upright. So like I was saying earlier, this is your time to be careful of illusions and deceptions, because your intuition is very powerful right now. So you do have this High Priestess vibe. I definitely got that in the beginning of the reading. You're very highly intuitive, and normally when everything's working for you, you have great intuition and you know how to make good choices and you're transforming. But maybe whatever this storyline is really taking that away from you right now, or you're so affected by your emotions, okay? And they're so everywhere and it's affecting everybody that it's taking you from your High Priestess level of being. So just keep telling yourself that you are a good leader, that you are strong, okay? And that if you're not feeling strong right now, it's not going to be forever, okay? What's other messages for Aries for the month of February? And it's funny, in the back of the Priestess card, it's kind of hard to see, but there are two lions, which is really interesting because you have the Strength card with the lion in the reverse. So it's almost telling you that you are the Priestess and you do have the strength behind you. You just need to not be afraid to harness that. Very beautiful card, actually. Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries. Okay. Oh, I'm going to take these two. 1, 2. So fill up your well, retreat, rest, and refuel. So definitely feel that you're being taxed right now, Aries. So it's a really good time for you to go on that date. Go try something new. Go, spend a day away, revitalizing yourself. There's water, definitely water and moonlight. So maybe, taking a walk at night and looking up to the stars and the moons and getting grounded and being in nature, possibly retreating towards water, swimming at your gym or going to a lake or a river to just be. Or it's, you need to be hydrating yourself and taking care of yourself, because the Nine of Swords is definitely someone who's got some mental anguish and stressed out. And if you don't take care of it quickly, it could become a problem. And the last card to clarify and to give you a message for the rest of the month, Aries, it says Star Mother. So I definitely feel this reading is for a mother who possibly just went through a divorce, separation, or breakup and has children involved. And she is very worried about moving forward and being strong for herself, her children, and actually going to start to date again. And you're still debating whether the separation was right or wrong. And you've got the Star Mother card. How can you mother yourself? So this really goes along with your fill your well. The Ace of Cups. You really need to fill your cup because you can't help anybody else if you're pouring from an empty cup. And with the Star Mother in the upright, I think this is you. I think if you are a parent, you are doing a wonderful job. You are a wonderful mother, grandmother, aunt, whatever the maternal name is for you. You're doing a good job. So if you ever doubt that, just know you have and you are doing a wonderful job. But you also need to focus on you too. Okay, and possibly this could be Another thing saying reach out to your mother for guidance or to a motherly figure, or if you have a loved one who has passed over who's a motherly figure, like a mother or a grandmother or a sister, or an aunt, maybe going out into the moonlight and praying to them, asking them for strength. Because notice in the strength card is this woman, and she's tenderly, not with force, but with tender love and care, getting that lion to close his mouth. So that is your February 2019 tarot card monthly reading for the sign of Aries. I sure hope this message resonated with some of you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below. Click the notification bell so you get notifications on when I post videos, as I do so pretty randomly right now, whenever I get a chance to. I don't have a real set schedule. I kind of just go with my intuition, and when I move to do a reading for a sign, that's when I do a reading for right now. If you would like to book a private reading with me, the information's in the description box below. You can send your inquiries to FollowYourArrowTarot@gmail.com. Please also like me on Facebook and Instagram if you are on those platforms at the same Follow Your Arrow Tarot. So again, Aries, I wish you a blessed rest of your February with love and light, and the strength and the courage to move forward and be strong in yourself right now. Okay? All right, Aries, have a wonderful rest of your day.